Hi everyone, my name is Pavla. I am currently doing the Gender, Media and Culture program here at LSE, and in this video I'm going to be sharing my reading week experience traveling solo to Bath. So I've never really traveled by myself before, much less vlogged by myself. I read my own travel vlog, but usually I have family or friends with me, so this was definitely interesting, challenging, but extremely fulfilling. Now let me take you with me through this experience. So I'm going to be talking about planning, finances and budgeting, the actual trip itself, and also why I think you should travel or even travel solo during your time here at LSE, particularly during reading week, which is what we call the midterm break here. Now let's start with the pre-trip. Basically, I did not really plan for this trip, but from the things I've learned, I can 100% advise you that you should pre-plan and book ahead if possible. First of all, it will save you on money because booking train tickets, which is how I traveled to Bath, is cheaper when you purchase in advance. I booked my ticket the night before I was leaving, and I ended up paying £35 each way, so that's a £70 return ticket. This is from London Paddington Station to Bath Spa, and just to compare, what I did is check what it would be like in December, let's say towards the end of the term, and I found that a single ticket would be just £20, so that's £40 for a return ticket. I stayed for 2 nights, and I did get lucky with my hotel booking. I ended up just paying £40 a night, and by doing a quick search online, looks like this is quite lower than the average prices in Bath. But still, I would advise planning everything in advance, because by booking everything the night before, I had to come up with this last minute getaway that would be quite close in proximity to London, and that did not require too much planning. I know other friends in LSE were able to travel outside of the UK. They did plan weeks in advance for this, and that is quite practical, especially with everything that's going on because of COVID. So if one of the things that you'd like to do while you are at LSE is to travel, then I highly recommend planning in advance, especially when we are already told important days such as when reading week is, the start date and the end date for each term, and also when our assessments and deadlines are. And for those of you who are thinking, how do you find time to travel outside the City of London during a busy academic program? Well, my easy answer to that is you have to make the time. So when I was talking about planning in advance, it's not necessarily just about planning the logistics of the trip itself, it's also about planning around or alongside your schoolwork. During reading week, for example, you technically have a full 9 days sort of off from school. So I decided that doing a 3-day city break would be enough time for me to relax and de-stress. And then I would be able to spend the remaining days doing my schoolwork or any other responsibilities that I have, like filming this vlog. Basically, it's really up to you to decide, knowing how much work you're needing to do or what you think you're capable of doing during the week. But I really do suggest taking some of this time for yourself, because coming out of that Bath trip, I'm just so happy that I decided to do that. The academic program is intense and can really feel like it's non-stop, but reading week really does give you an opportunity to pause, take a breather, and hit reset. And I am just so happy I picked Bath, because Bath is the very definition of a city break. It is a lot smaller and a lot more laid back compared to London. It's a place with just so much history and really great food. And a big plus is that everything is so centrally located. It's so easy to get around the city, and I did not have to spend extra on transportation. On my first day there, I visited the Roman Baths, Bath Abbey, and Pulteney Bridge. But really, you guys, like, the whole city is just gorgeous, just walking around. You do have to pay a fee to go into the Roman Baths, but there is a student discount, so don't forget to bring your LSE IDs while you are there. But I do suggest booking in advance online, because they are doing a limited amount of people for each time slot because of COVID. On my second day, I took a day trip to Bristol, which is something that was recommended to me while I was at Bath. It's only a 15-minute train ride from there, and the ticket costs £8.50 for a return trip. Bristol is a larger city, so you will need to take a bus to get around. But again, there is a student all-day pass, which is £3.50, and you can purchase this right on the bus. And even though I was there for only a day, I was able to visit popular spots like the Clifton Suspension Bridge, the Bristol Cathedral, the Shed Museum, and the Marina and Harborside area. And the good thing is all of these were free attractions. Finally, on my last day in Bath, I booked a 2-hour spa time at the Thermae Bath Spa. There is a modern spa with the same thermal waters. The basic fee for this is £37 on weekdays, and it gives you 2-hour access to a rooftop pool, an underground pool, and several sauna, steam rooms, and even an ice room. This was definitely my favorite part of the trip because it was my goal to unwind and de-stress. But because of this, unfortunately, I did miss out on other things because of my student budget. There are other very interesting places you can also visit in Bath, such as the Jane Austen House, the Mary Shelley Museum, and other places that do require fees to get in, but I chose the spa and I'm very happy about it. And just looking back, I'm quite grateful that I did this trip solo. The first few weeks were just a rush of settling in and meeting all these new people and getting used to life in one of the busiest cities in the world. I just had the best time going at it on my own pace, doing things that I really wanted to do, seeing new places and learning about history and culture from outside the classroom. I had opportunities for some self-reflection in quiet spaces and just walking around the city by myself. So it was really a great way to remind myself why I am here at LSE and that this is all really for me. So I hope that sharing my solo travel experience during reading week gives you a different perspective on life here at LSE, and that it inspires you to take your self-discovery and learning beyond. But before I end this video, I have to say, if you are traveling solo, please be careful, let people know where you are, and always remember safety first. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Let me know what your travel plans are or will be during your time at LSE in the comment section below.